On November of each year, the Sikh nation around the world reaches out and embraces the vision that all humans should live a safe and happy life. The Blood Donation Camp, led by Sikhs, represent a look into past and a view to the future, coming together as humans around the world. In 1984, the Sikhs across India were victims of aggression and target of unprecedented attacks on innocent civilians. As a tribute to the events of 1984, and with the vision of bringing people together around the world, the Sikhs started blood donation campaign in 1999. The first blood donation clinics took place in Lower Mainland of British Columbia, Canada, and now has grown to include clinics across Canada, US, and other locations worldwide. The Sikh Nation Blood Donation Campaign. The Sikh Blood Donation Campaign has saved close to 40,000 lives till 2018 in Canada. The Blood Donation Campaign is part of an effort to raise awareness of the events of 1984 and at the same time unite humanity. The Sikh Blood Donation Campaign expresses peace and invites people around the world to participate in this humanitarian campaign. A 2-day blood donation camp was organized by the Sikh Nation in secondary school in Abbotsford. The Director of Canada Blood Services thanked Sikh Nation volunteers and donors for saving lives, not only in Lower Mainland but across the whole nation.
The Sikh Nation campaign now is in its 20th year, and we're so thrilled with the support we get, not only here in Abbotsford and Surrey and communities in British Columbia, but right across the country. Right across this country in the month of November, we have events in so many communities that are going to save thousands of lives. The collections here this weekend, for people who are donating here this weekend, within 5 days that blood will be on its way to a hospital to be transfused into a patient. So every one of these folks you see sitting on a bed could save up to 3 lives. So we're so pleased with the support from the Sikh community this year, and for the past 20 years it's been tremendous.
So basically, you feel really great about Sikh Nation campaign?
We are thrilled with Sikh Nation campaign. We're thrilled with the kindness, the generosity of the donors. The organizing team is such a pleasure to work with. And as you see from the crowds here today, the community really has come out and supported Sikh Nation campaign and Canadian Blood Services, and of course, the people who we do all this for, patients in Canada. So we're very thrilled.
So what are the arrangements if, let's say, a person who does not knows English want to donate blood? Do you have any interpreters here or something like that?
So we generally ask people to come to be able to speak English. Today and tomorrow here we have an interpreter to be able to handle just a few people who may not be able to speak English. But generally we would like people to be able to speak English to come and donate. It makes the process easier, quicker, and we can save a lot more lives.
And what about the donors right here? Do they have a similar age group, or they are from basically all across?
Donors, you can donate. You can be a donor from 17, and there's no upper age limit to be a donor. And you see that in the crowds that are here today. We have young men, young ladies, all the way up to folks that are grandfathers and grandmothers. So we're just thrilled that the appeal of Sikh Nation is not just to one small group of people, but it's right throughout the community. We see parents and families bringing their kids here today. We have some teenage girls over here that are babysitting the kids while their moms and dads are donating. So it's an incredibly lovely community event.
And how about today? It's raining, but still people are coming. How do you feel about it?
Well, you know, in British Columbia, there's always a reason to not come. I think the nice thing about Sikh Nation is they always find a reason to come. People make that time, and I'm sure there's people here today that are taking time off work. They're certainly taking time out of their personal lives to help patients in need, and that's really the most important thing, and for which we're very grateful.
Apart from Sikh volunteers, the Sikh Nation volunteers, what kind of people give you the feedback?
So the feedback we get from our donors is tremendous. I mean, not only are they here to help us save lives, but I just think that they really understand why they're doing what they're doing. So it's not just being part of a community event. They know that when they leave here, they're making a direct impact on a patient's life. And so that's a really nice thing for people to be able to do on a rainy Saturday in November.